What is going on, guys? We're back with another video today, and we are doing another video. We're doing a running back tier maker, and I know I said I wasn't going to upload on my birthday. I mean, I hurt my forearm yesterday moving things, and, I wasn't going to upload because it's my birthday, but, YouTube doesn't take off. It doesn't, the fans don't care if it's your birthday or not. Stop being a wimp and upload. And when my 90-year-old grandma told me that, I knew it was time to upload. But the thing about this is, I'm having a troublesome time because it says rank all 32 starting running backs going into 2019. And I could, do anything I want. You can see here, we have white running back, which is basically the worst running back you can be in the NFL. Elite, and your knees aren't missing. Great, but your knees could be missing. And then we have the basic, above average, and average. There's a lot of great running backs, but they might not be in the best position. James Conner, I don't think he's a necessarily great running back, but he's in a pretty good situation with that offensive line. Tariq Cohen, I think, is a great running back. Is he a starting running back? Probably not. Does Zeke need to put a shirt on? Probably. So we're going to go into this with the way we go into it. Take it with a grain of salt. Enough talking. Let's get into our rankings. So I'm going to go with... this is going to be a tough one because you guys probably are going to hate me for it if I can even freaking find them because I'm actually going blind. I'm going to put Zeke right now as the best running back in football. Le'Veon Bell, I can't trust him. He's playing on the Jets. Todd Gurley would have been number one, but after the Super Bowl and his knees, he's going to move into great, but knees could be missing. Not even knees could be, they're gone. I mean, look at the picture. Do you see the knees? No. I mean, I guess you don't see Zeke's either. You just see... should censor that. But we're going to move on to the next one. So let's go with Derrick Henry. This one's a tough one because his yards and his monster games, it really inflates him. I'm going to put him at above average because I think he can show bursts of being an insane back, but he's also just very average. I mean, that stiff arm touchdown for 99. That's like elite level football. That's insane. That's just pure power. It's just ridiculous. And I think he's going to be above average for me because he's kind of different from the bunch. He's a giant, and I love giants. Not like New York, sorry. So we just go down the line and just for the first one, maybe put it right down. I know that the Texans' offensive line is really bad, but I'm going to put Lamar Miller at average. I think he's a pretty good back, and I think he just fits at average, just under 1,000 yards. He usually does get around that 1,000 range, but that's pretty average in the NFL. I just think that the Texans' offensive line is bad, so that's why I'm struggling with this whole running backs going into 2019. So if you dislike the video, please don't, because keep it with a grain of salt. A lot of these running backs, at least from 2018 standards, are like a couple of yards within each other. They're all so similar. It's very hard to rank these. So even if I'm wrong, don't dislike the video. Tell me why I'm wrong instead. Or dislike the video and make me cry. It's up to you. And then here we go with white running back. Not really. This better. I mean, this isn't a racist thing, right? This is more racist towards white people. I'm a white people. I get to say what I want about me people. I don't even know what's going on. But I believe that's Ronald Jones, right? I mean, it's not like he's absolutely terrible, but he's pretty terrible. I mean, at this point, it's not going to happen. And then Le'Veon Bell, I mean, he was a really good back. If we're going to say going into 2019, we're going to put him at great. If we're going to be talking about what he's actually going to do, great as well. I mean, I think he's an elite back, so we're going to put him in elite. And I worry. I'm actually going to put Saquon all the way at elite already. That may be the final elite back. Ooh, Kamara's pretty sick, though. Now we're going to put Kamara, and I'm going to move Le'Veon Bell to the back of the list just because I don't know where he is yet in his life. Adrian Peterson, he's on the older side. He's really just a follow the blocks back at this point. I love Adrian Peterson. As a Packers fan, I thought he was insane, and it was amazing to be able to watch him twice a year at minimum. So I really don't. I feel it's so disrespectful to put him at average, but at the very same time, he's obviously up there in age. I don't even see where Frank Gore is on this list. Maybe is he even a starter at this point? I don't even know. Jordan Howard, he's had like over 3,000 yards over the last 3 seasons. His yards per carry has been dropping quite a bit. I mean, obviously, this list is going to be very hard to rank because I don't watch every Bears game. How many times has Jordan Howard run from the 1 yard line or inside the 10? I don't know. So the yards per carry may be down because of that. Maybe he's just the bruiser, which makes a lot of sense. But going on the Eagles team, I think I'm going to put him as an above-average back. Kareem Hunt, I really want to put at great. I'm assuming this is Kareem Hunt, right? Is he Kareem Hunt, right? War number 26, right? If this is Kareem Hunt, I'm going to put him at great because Kareem Hunt killed it in the league. He killed it with Alex Smith, killed it with Mahomes. It's just, will he start is the question. So when it comes to pure talent, I think Kareem is a great player. But when it comes to fitting the scheme, I have no freaking clue. I really don't. You know, Chubb could take the spot. I don't know. Going to put McCaffrey in the... We'll just go a little bit higher just with guys that we know are going to be decent. McCaffrey is a great running back. What else do we have? Do we even have another great? We have David Johnson, who's fallen off a little bit. But once again, he's playing for a top 3 bottom team, I guess. Bottom 3 team. We'll put Melvin in great. And then maybe the final of the greats... A rough time with Cohen and James White here. I think those are the only two that I would really debate. I do like Lindsey. I'm struggling with this one a little. So Devontae Freeman's definitely an above average. He did get injured, and he did have a down year before that, so this is going to be a really big prove-it year. I'd say by the end of the year, he could easily go from above average to average or even white running back. But, yeah, white running back is a very hard to make roster spot. It's a very tough one. So that's a weird one, isn't it? So you know what? It's so weird to have a C, but then above average. I don't know. So we have S, A, B, C, T now. S, P, E, S, T. I was trying to spell the respect song. This one's tough because I like the Packers, and I think Aaron Jones is a great back. I think he's the only guy with like under 1,000 that had that 5.4 yards per carry. I think he just didn't play for a team that... I'm going to put Aaron Jones at like the back. Like once we finish his B, it'll make more sense because he'd be on the back. Kind of with this above average, below average thing. So we could have like James Conner there and then whatever at the back. This is a tough one because running backs, like I said, the numbers, they all look so similar. So you really need to go in depth and watch almost every single back play to really get a good idea of, you know, how good they are. I think Cohen's another guy where he's got insane ability, but he doesn't really fit as a starting running back in the NFL. So even though he's an amazing player, you know, he can't really be above B because he's not what a running back needs to be. B. We'll put Dalvin above average C. I know it's kind of unfair to have Aaron Jones so freaking high as a Packers fan. Super biased. I know. But just pure ability, I think Aaron Jones is just better. I think, once again, it just comes down to a scheme that doesn't like to run the ball. I think going into 2019 with the Titans coach, he's going to get the ball a lot. You know, he's going to get a lot more. Easily going to be over 1,000 this year, barring any injuries, or if they split the backfield up even more. Lesean McCoy, I really want to put him in like white running back for spoilers, but Sean McCoy, he's an above-average player. He's getting older. Now we're going to put him right here, I think. This is so rough, man. This is actually really hard. For what the Patriots do, James White is a really good player. Man, this is actually a really tough list. This is actually really hard. Like, Philip Lindsay needs to be at the freaking hell. This is actually so hard, man. I don't even know. I'm actually really struggling with this list more than any other list I've done. And now we're with the backs that I have no idea what to do with. Like, we have Leonard Fournette, I think, with a... Man, this is tough because he's a good running back. Leonard Fournette with an actual quarterback now. Well, decent quarterback. If he could stay healthy, is a really solid back. Obviously, not going up here. This is actually tough. This is so much disrespect for Todd Gurley as well. Almost want to put him in S anyways. But his knees are missing, you know? The knees. God, Todd Gurley was so good, though. I think, Todd Gurley falls into the knees could be missing thing, so... it's so much disrespect. I'm sorry, Rams fans. Kris Carson is going to be an above-average back. We're actually going to put him above Phillip. Nick Chubb, I think, is an above-average back. However, I think because of Kareem, he might go down to C here. I'm going to put him above James. I'm going to put him right behind James White. And I'm going to put Leonard Fournette behind him. And I'm going to put Aaron Jones above him, even though I think Aaron Jones is better. I just can't tell what the season's going to be like. That's really all it is. I think Aaron Jones is better anyways. Just the way he just plays so damn hard. Kerryon Johnson, I think, has a lot of potential. I think he plays in the Lions, which makes it hard. How many people are we going to have an above average at this point? I almost feel like if I put Kerryon Johnson at C, Aaron Jones has to be there, even though he's... I mean, they were kind of similar, and, high C, the drink, is basically low B anyways. This is really tough. But I think this is fair, though. By the way, I may have been calling James White, or Sony Michel James White. Either way, they both fit there. So actually, the Patriots actually love throwing their running backs, don't they? This is a tough list. I am actually... The dislikes on this are probably going to be very high, and it doesn't shock me. I really don't know. Marshawn Lynch is definitely not a White running back, but he's obviously taken a step back. Is he even going to play? I don't know if he is or not, but he probably should call it quits soon. James Conner, I'm going to put just above Aaron Jones. I think he's playing for an amazing offensive line, which definitely helps out his case. Marlin Mack, I'm going to put right behind Chubb, I think. It's tough. I don't really see Marlin Mack as a great back, though. I don't know. It's rough. Joe Mixon, he's a shining piece for the Bengals, so I'm going to put him at the highest above average for now. Mark Ingram, once upon a time, was decent. I'm going to put him at the highest average player. I'm going to put Kenyon Drake right about here. Adrian Peterson moves up. Lamar moves up, I suppose. Kenyon Drake was not even really a starting running back last season, so that's where I put him. And then Carlos Hyde, I think, will be right behind Kenyon Drake. He's had a couple of almost 1,000-yard seasons. Last year was, a split team situation. He keeps hopping teams at this point. So I'm not even sure where he lies in his future at this point. Am I happy with the list is the question. I really think Todd deserves to be S, but his knees are missing, man. I just don't know. Going into 2019 / how they were, I think going into 19, Le'Veon Bell doesn't have the questions Todd Gurley does, and he was the best running back in football before he, decided to lose money. So I think Le'Veon Bell deserves the S, while Todd Gurley, basically one of the best, running backs last season, but the knees... it's become a huge thing. It was like their agent was trying to hide it, and they got the deal and all that, and it just couldn't hide anymore. At that point, it just showed. Looking at Kareem Hunt, I think Kareem Hunt is an A. I think Kareem Hunt is going to have a lot of question marks, so it's going to be a tough one because, this is a 50-50. We're talking about players that are great and talking about 2019, so you basically have to listen to everything I say to make, for it to make sense. There's going to be people that are going to skip to the back end of the list. They're like, Kareem Hunt at A makes no sense. But, it's about pure talent for Kareem Hunt rather than 2019 success. Looking at B, I like Cohen a lot. I like Joe Mixon, Kris Carson. Trying to make sure there's no one else here that kind of deserves to be higher. Derrick Henry, I think probably will be better than Jordan Howard, and I think he may be better in general. Yards per carry for Jordan Howard has been rough. Yards per carry for Henry obviously looks good because of those solid games. But I still think he's got potential. Kind of saved his career last season a little bit. James Conner, we will move up above Devontae Freeman. A lot less questions. A better line. Aaron Jones, I think it's fair to put him where he is now. He's the best of the worst, kind of. Sony Michel might be getting a little underrated here. So we're going to do one of these things just because they're going to be splitting carries with their respective backs as well, so it's going to be tough. Aaron Jones will split as well, but he's going to be the premier guy anyways. I think he will get his 1,000 yards, and I think as a pure running back standpoint, he is very good at the fun things of football, breaking tackles, avoiding people, and just pushing as hard as you can to get extra yards. And that's, with a team that hasn't necessarily been the greatest run-blocking team in the world, and the most predictable play caller in the world. So I think Aaron Jones is going to have a breakout season. I know that's what everyone says, but that's beside the point. Mark Ingram, I don't see him over maybe 800 yards on the season. I know the Ravens, if anywhere he's going to have 1,000 yards, he would have a good chance there. But we still put him at the top. Kerryon Johnson, he's very similar to Aaron Jones, so it's kind of unfair to have him all the way down here. You could probably switch Leonard and Kerryon. It's the way it is. Dalvin, injury concerns worries me. The Vikings line, even though it's improved, is still pretty rough. Peterson, getting old, probably a little disrespectful. Screw, we're going to put him all the way at the top. Kenyon, Hyde, these guys, everyone behind Dalvin, I just don't trust. So I think it's a decent list. Obviously, there's going to be dislikes, but I've expected it. Once again, don't bother me. It's my birthday. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you have a tier maker you want to see in the future, let me know. And let me know what you guys think. Who was criminally robbed? Who was criminally promoted? I don't know. Celebrated? I don't know. Whatever. Hyped. Let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, again, like, subscribe, all that crap. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Anyways, hope you come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!